Commander's Log, 9th of December, 3300. Day 1, Ibeco System. It might just be a Sidewinder, it might have the most basic level of equipment, but it's mine. So it's time to get out of Federation space, and I'm eyeing Alioth, home of the Alliance. First things first though, in 86 light years I won't be making the trip yet. I need a better jump drive, a fuel scoop, and some spare credits. Lucky I know how to fight, even in this thing, so it's time to make some money collecting bounties. I don't have to look far. In fact, my first bounty finds me. The guy clearly didn't expect a Sidewinder to pose much of a threat. At least until his ship started exploding around him. I finally got to the local nav point and began collecting some more small bounties. I almost feel sorry for some of them, but they're marked as criminals and I need the money. Then I found him. My ticket out of here at 29,000 credits. Only one problem, the expert rating and the fact he's in a Python. Then I see my chance. The local security have also spotted him and started to engage. Laws in space are strange and often seem to make no sense, but there is one thing I might be able to use to my advantage this time. The ship that gets in the final blow is able to claim all the credits for the kill. So being careful, I watch the damage on his hull climb and wait. Unfortunately, Ingo has teeth, and I get a little too close as it is. As his hull reaches 10%, I figure it's worth it and I go in, taking some damage but not giving up yet. Shields down, I continue the attack. The only thing saving me being the fact that the Python has found a more important target as a federal dropship pounds his hull. Then with fingers crossed, I open fire and watch as his hull finally gives in. Ingo dying in a fireball. 36,000 credits, more than my ship is even worth. If there is a god out there, he must have decided today was my lucky day as I get out of there, worried someone might take me out in vengeance just for getting that kill. So I claim my bounties, get myself a nice fuel scoop, upgrade the jump drive, and head for Alioth. Many jumps later, and many refuels, I find myself in Alliance space, only not to be allowed into Alioth itself. Just like the Federation, it seems I have to earn the right to enter the capital, and get myself a permit. Hardly the free society I was expecting, but I've come too far to give up now. I head to the system LHS 311, nearby with a large population and an industry-based economy. I choose to make Gold Station my temporary home, not because of any real gold, but being an agricultural-based economy, it has plenty of the cheaper, liquid gold. I love my beer after all. So with a temporary home and a goal to build up my reputation, I start looking for jobs. Only to find that because of my non-existent reputation, I'm not trusted with anything other than basic cargo runs. So with another twinge of disappointment, I put on the cargo racks and start being a trader, if an average one. I even do a few charity missions, making myself almost broke in the process. Out of the goodness of my own heart, of course, and nothing to do with a large reputation boost. Finally, I'm trusted enough to have reliable access to courier missions, and become friendly with the largest system faction, the LHS 311 Values Party. With enough cash now for a new ship, and reliable non-cargo running missions, I ditch the Sidewinder and all of its cargo racks, trading in for my new Eagle fighter and already feeling at home. I really should have called it quits at this point and headed to the bar after a very eventful day. But combat called and I was ready to start building my combat rank and bank account. So I headed to a nearby independent system, Carl, and began cruising the star's nav point. Before long I was blasting criminals and watching my bank balance rise with a large grin. At this point, of course, I became careless, and those strange laws that helped me get that large python bounty backfired. 2 eagles engaged me from behind, so feeling cocky, I turned to teach them a thing or two. Only my first target was such a horrible shot, he had yet to make contact with my shield when I opened up. Before I knew it, I was the one with the bounty, and promptly decided it was time to call it quits, as I got out of there. Being an independent system, I had to go to the one and only station in orbit if I wanted to collect any of the bounties that I just earned. But I had a price on my head. Taking a risk that was likely not worth it, I dropped out of Super Cruise a nice distance from Vercors Station. I lined up with the station's entry about 30 k's out and turned off all power, letting the ship cool down. A quick burst on the thrusters and I was hurling in towards the station, everything off including life support and shields. One bump and I was likely finished. One scan and I'd be blown out of the sky. Ice forming on the cockpit, I noticed that my aim was off and I was forced to power up my engines and adjust. My heat rapidly rising as I fought to prevent myself becoming paste on the side of the station. A scan starts as soon as I burst through the engines, but it's far too late to get me. I quickly land, pay the fine, collect my bounties, and head back to my new home at Gold Station. 71k assets, 16 bounties claimed, a new ship, and a new home. LHS 331 system. Time to head to the bar. Till tomorrow, good hunting.